You know, there was a time when I was a kid that all the cartoons were cool, man. Everything from Robotech to Voltron to Star Wars. Was that a cartoon? Yeah, I guess they had some cartoons. But it was all cool. The music was cool. The women's hairstyles were cool. Women's bands were cool. The music was fucking fantastic. And then something really bad happened. In 2012, George Lucas sells Star Wars to Disney, and then it shifted. The whole energy shifted. Then comes the time when, Star Wars took a bad turn. Decided to scrape away Luke Skywalker and give us Rey, the bestest ever. She didn't need no training. And by the end of the first movie, well, people weren't ready to come back again, ever. I mean, she defeats the Sith Lord. She blows up the Star Killer base. She pretty much uses the Force like a master without any training. How? Well, we will never know. She is the mystery that saves the mystery. So we already had a franchise, the most popular franchise, mind you, that ever existed. So nobody came back. And to this day, the toys are in peril at all your thrift stores, your dollar stores, your Ollie's outlets, your bargain outlets. All the Ollie's is a wasteland of toys now. Well, yes, I don't even see Star Trek. I see tons of Star Wars shit that they can't get rid of for the life of them. It was actually Toys R Us had its demise because they can't sell Star Wars. When you wreck a franchise, they can't sell the toys. It used to be that the movies and the shows were basically toy advertisements or toy catalogs for kids. Oh, we couldn't wait to get that Luke Skywalker figure. We wanted all the stuff that was in the movies. The ships, the figures, the play sets. We wanted it all. And Lucasfilms, George Lucas made billions off of the franchise. Where Disney purchased Star Wars for like $4.5 billion. And to this day, they still haven't made their money back yet. It's how bad they screwed this franchise up. What's up, everybody? Spaceman Reviews is here. So we're going to have a little rant and just kick back. But before you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't miss any more videos. So then, which brings us, well, you know what? We always got Star Trek. But we're over here now. Now Star Trek has got a black female captain with a man's name. Michael Burnham? Why? We don't know. Why did her parents name her as a boy? Well, because, let's just say the younger generation today is a little confused about simple things. So Star Trek died. They made Spock some kind of weird soy boy with emotional problems. They made Michael Burnham a stupid bitch with an attitude. And then the swearing started with Picard. Star Trek is no longer Star Trek anymore, as Star Wars is no longer Star Wars anymore. And Ghostbusters was to follow. In 2016, that horrible reboot of Ghostbusters was all female. They weren't funny. They tried to copy the source material. None of it was funny. The toys wouldn't sell. None of this shit would sell. And, well, that was the end of Ghostbusters. Franchise after franchise getting destroyed. From Indiana Jones to Charlie's Angels to the Power Rangers. all of it got destroyed. And the toys are not selling at all. So recently, we just had Collider come out with an article. The new Masters of the Universe. Nicholas Guillotine says, Masters of the Universe reboot will be quite different from its source material. Quite different, huh? So like what? Like He-Man is going to be a trans, non-binary, a woman? It's going to be him? You would think they would go with the bad dude, the big guy. They got Dolph Lundgren to play a live-action He-Man. We already been there. We had a live-action Masters of the Universe that had one of the Friends co-stars, Courtney Cox. Yeah, she was in it. It wasn't that bad. But after this movie coming out, this is going to seem like a gem. What was his name? Frank Langella, I believe, played Skeletor. Now they want to use Jared Leto to play Skeletor. So, yeah. It says... Oh, my God. Ugh. It says Nicholas Galatine, whatever, says definitely one of the most demand actors of this. Who's demanding him? I didn't demand him. I never heard of this fucking clown. Of this generation. This generation. So this generation knows him. Okay, well that explains a lot. While he has been in the public eye since 2014, rose to greater prominence in the years between 2020 and 2024. You know, the COVID years. Starring in roles from one project to another, including the drama Purple Hearts, Bottoms, the queer rom-com Red, White, and Royal Blue. Rom-com. That's like a movie about gays or gay movies, or I don't know. This explains why I never heard of him. Romantic comedy. Yeah, that's why I never heard of him. He can next be seen as He-Man in Master of the Universe Reboot. Why? Because the world needs a reboot? No. We don't need a reboot. Did these reboots work? Or remakes or sequels? Did they work? No. There's nothing wrong with He-Man. Why not stick to the source material? Because we can do it better. Which is set for a 2026 release. Speaking of the upcoming feature, whoever this guy is revealed that the Prime Video live action adaptation will be quite different from the 80s animation. Quite different. What do you think, people? Based on a toy line by Mattel. Master of the Universe, all iterations in the past decade. Right, okay. So, this He-Man franchise, which I got the figures that first started hitting the shelves in 1982, had the iteration in the comic book. And then, a year or two later, it came out as a cartoon, which was quite different than the comic book. But it wasn't bad. And it already has its place, and it had a good place. Well, it did anyway. They're not going to... Listen, if one thing as modern times have showed us, that filmmakers have no fucking clue what they're doing. These franchises were already in the best of their prime. And modern filmmakers just fucked it all up. They fucked it up so bad, it pushed fans away. I'm sorry, but if you're going to make a He-Man, why wouldn't you not stick to the source material? That would be easy. With the amount of special effects, CGI, the tools that these filmmakers have, and they're gonna go with this fucking rom-com pussy here. They're gonna have him be He-Man. Oh, I can tell you right now, I'm out. they have the old saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, they're going to try to fix it. And they have no idea to fix it. They're going to step away from everything that Gen Xers know. If you're going to make a Gen X title, it better be something Gen Xers want. I mean, have you not learned from Star Trek, from Star Wars? Have you not learned from Ghostbusters? Are we going to keep hitting this pattern of destruction for everything? This guy says it's going to be quite different. He already warned you, this ain't going to be your He-Man. If you remember a few years ago, Master of the Universe Revelations, Kevin Smith kept pushing this bullshit. Oh, it's going to be everything. It's going to be awesome. I'm the biggest He-Man fan there ever was. And it was all about Teela. In fact, they killed He-Man in like the first episode. And then brought him back later on. So it wasn't. And Kevin Smith caught hell from the fans. And then there was the battle between him and the fans. So now, this guy says, well, we're going to do it to Masters of the Universe. You go ahead. But you already told me that this ain't for me. I'm not sure what this Master of the Universe is for. But I'm guessing if the younger generation, today's generation, loves this guy and watches him in gay flicks, well, they're probably going to like him as He-Man. But the problem here, on top of that problem, it's a lot of problems, is that, well, Gen Xers are the ones that bought the toys, bought the figures, bought the movies, watched these movies over and over and over, and Disney got rid of them. Just like this movie's going to get rid of the He-Man fans. I mean, I'm sure, He-Man being a white dude has nothing to do with it, right? He-Man is a straight white male with the sword of power. Everything that today's fucking generation hates. They hate the simplicity. Well, the evil women were beautiful. The men were built. They were straight. They can't have that. It has to be either a black He-Man or a black female He-Man, which don't make any bit of sense. This ain't gonna be your He-Man, everybody, that this actor says. You know what? I appreciate that honesty. I take that warning seriously, and I'm going to be staying away from it. And then when this movie flops, and flop it will, guess who they're going to blame? Oh, they're not going to blame Mr. Rom-Com here. They're going to blame us. They're going to blame you. They're going to blame me. Why don't you buy the toys? It's He-Man. No, it's not. Nope. I get the feeling at some point that toy companies are just going to sink. They can no longer sell. They no longer can sell the toys that we're selling for the longest time, because we Gen Xers are the money. And when you get rid of that, well, you get rid of us. Speaking about the upcoming feature, Gazetine or whatever the fuck, Gandalf revealed that the Prime Video live adaptation will be quite different from the 80s anime. Why does it have to be different? If you're doing a Gen X title, make it for the Gen Xers. Based on the toy by Mattel? Yeah, it was. And we already got a live action movie about it. And that movie didn't really do too good, like I said. But after this movie comes out, it'll be like the best thing. They hate all the old stuff. There's no creativity anymore. Not in the music, not in the food. I mean, all the songs are being redone by talentless fucking musicians. They have no talent. And now He-Man is going to fall. What do you think they want to do to Back to the Future? Wait till you get their mitts on Back to the Future. He-Man is gone. He lives in our memories as a kid. And forever, he will be the man that powered up what he says by the power of Grayskull. But that power of Grayskull met its greatest villain. And it wasn't Skeletor. It was Mr. Romcom here. Anyway, people, that's the video. If you want to be kept updated on more franchises hitting the chopping block, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.